While everyone was here for Thanksgiving and I had all of those strong grandsons and sons visiting, I had them help me bring the tree over, set it up, and string the lights. We are in transition to Christmas. Let's go. So this video is about decluttering in December. Is that really something that's even possible to do? And for me, it's going to be doable because of things like this. I'm using less and less ornaments every single year that I love, and I've pared them down to a picnic basket. I have all of my favorite things wrapped in plastic bags in this picnic basket. I have the ribbon that goes around the tree. I've stopped changing the garland every year like I used to. And I just have simple favorites in this basket. Even though I have simplified it to this basket, I have several totes of Christmas items. Welcome to Pennies to Dollars. If you don't know me, I'm Bonita. I'm from rural Kansas and I retired a little over a year ago. So on this channel, we talk about frugal living, saving money, cutting expenses, and living your best life on less. And today we're going to talk about, is it possible to even declutter a little bit during December? I've been working on decluttering this past year. I've made huge progress. And I know over my shoulder you're seeing stuff. That is some of my food storage. So I apologize if that looks like clutter in the background, but it's actually food storage. But as we go through December, this is actually a really good time to declutter. And I always thought that December would be too busy of a time to declutter. But I started thinking about it and I thought, I have been trying to make things easier on myself as I've gotten older. And I started keeping my favorite items in that picnic basket and I store them here in the house. Well, my Christmas totes are in one of my outbuildings. And I started doing that just to make it easier. So I didn't have to bring those totes back and forth and sort through them every year. And then I realized, I've only been using this picnic basket now for several years. Why do I still have all of these totes? And Goodwill will take Christmas stuff year round. So if that's an option for you, I'm just throwing that out there. But sometimes our family has favorite ornaments that they would like, and you have a lot of guests and family during this month. So it's a great time to say, oh, do you like that? Here, you can have it if you really would like that, and get rid of some of those things. My son was visiting a couple of weeks ago and he said, do you have any 80s albums? I said, 80s albums? He said, yeah, I have a new turntable in my office and I've been listening to 80s music. And I just wondered if you had any you wanted to get rid of. I said, well, I'm not sure I have any that you might like, but I do have Pat Benatar and I have Tom Petty, and those are timeless and really good. He said, I will take them. So I got 2 albums out of my house just by having that conversation with him while he was visiting. So while your family's visiting, if they indicate that there's something they might like and you've just had it sitting around and you're not really using it, for me, it's a really good time to just send it right out the door and get a few more things out of my house. But back to Christmas, I have been storing these totes for years and I have had good intentions of getting rid of things. I have gotten rid of some things, but I still have way too much. And when I realized this morning when I was decorating the tree that I've just been using this picnic basket for probably 3 years, I thought, why am I still hanging on to these totes? So I'm going to spend part of my time before Christmas going through those and seeing if I can get rid of a few of those things. When the kids were young, I decorated every knickknack shelf. I decorated the yard. I decorated all of my tables and end tables with Christmas items. Well, that's a lot for me now. And I don't always feel like the work justifies the end result. sometimes I have visitors for a day or two, but then I'm taking all of this down. So I'm generally just putting it up for my own entertainment, which that's fine if you enjoy doing that. But I am leaving for Texas after the holidays to go back and spend the winter there. So I started thinking, do I really want to drag all of this out this year? Because I'm going to need to get some of this put away before I leave and still pack. So I started thinking, I just don't know that it's worth it to bring all of that stuff out. And I'm just not going to put myself through all of that work. Yes, we will have some guests over Christmas, but I don't think they pay attention to a lot of the things that I put up other than the Christmas tree. And the other things are mainly for my enjoyment. So I'm going to go through that with that eye. I'm going to look at it and say, do I love this? Do I want it? Is this something I'm going to put up for my enjoyment, whether anybody shows up at my house or not? And do I have the energy and the willpower to put this stuff out and then take it back down at the end of the year and make some decisions about what I can let go of this December? So that's one of my questions for you to ponder on this video. When you put out your decorations each year, are there some of the same ones in those totes every year that you're not using? And is it time to let them go, or do you want to let them go? It's just something to think about as we move through this holiday season. And then my boys had to go and get like some tables to set up for our desserts over Thanksgiving. And when they went into one of my outbuildings, they said, "Wow, Mom, we can see you've made a lot of progress. There is a lot gone." And I said, "Yes, I've been working really, really hard." And then when they were over there, they found a couple of things that they wanted. And I said, "Great, take them with you." But I am also, like I said, getting ready to go to Texas. And if you followed me last year, you remember that the community that I'm going to has a swap shop that they do a couple of times a month. And you can take clothes that don't fit you, that are in good shape and don't have any stains or any tears, and you can trade them for things that you like that will fit. So, with that in mind this year, things that I didn't get sold on eBay that are like shorts or sleeveless shirts or capris, I'm going to take those with me and trade them out for some new clothes for me that I can wear. And that's a few things out of the house that I don't need, that I don't have a use for, and I can get things that I actually can use. That is the cat behind me, if you hear that noise. I am really working towards thinking this way this year. I have got so much out of the house, but there are ways for me to continue to keep moving things out, even when I feel like I'm stuck. And sometimes we do feel stuck. But I knew about that swap shop. And so this year I've sold a bunch of stuff on eBay, but I have some things left that are now out of season, but they won't be down there during the winter because they're summer items. So I will be able to get rid of probably another 10 items this winter and come back with some new wardrobe pieces. We want to be able to enjoy the holiday, relax, and just kick back. And sometimes we are so busy during December, it feels like we can't really get anything done that's on our to-do list. And that's why this year, going into December, I am thinking about what can I do to keep moving that needle forward, even if it's just a little bit, like the examples that I gave you. I don't want to feel like I'm stuck in December and that nothing is progressing because I'm so busy with the holiday. I love the holiday, but I also don't want my momentum to slow down. And sometimes when our momentum slows down with decluttering, it's hard to get it back going again. Let me know, are there some things this December that you think you can do around your house to keep that momentum going on the projects and the goals that you have set for your home? I finally reached the end of going through clothing boxes that I had stored from having all of these kids, handing clothes down to the kids, and then using some of them for the grandkids when they visited. When I used some of them for the grandkids, it would encourage me to hold on to this stuff in case I needed it next time. But I've gone through all of these now. I've been able to donate things, sell things, and then I had some things from my youngest son that he didn't want when he went to college. They were still here, and I was able to give them my 16-year-old grandson, who was thrilled to get these items. So I was able to get another 8 or 10 items out of the house and give them to a grandchild this month as well. So I am still trying to continue with my goals. Even though my time is short this month and I'm going to be going to Texas after the holidays, all of these things that I can get done, I know will be finished when I come back. And then I can start that list again when I'm in Texas of things I want to accomplish when I get back while I'm relaxing down there, building up my momentum to get going again. Did you buy anything for Christmas this season, or are you planning on it? Last year, I didn't buy any wrapping paper, any tape. I only bought gifts and used what I had. So that's what I'm planning on doing again this year. I did have to buy some Scotch tape, but I'm planning on reusing paper that I have, gift bags that I have, making my own name tags from Christmas cards that I got last year, and reusing stockings, decorations, things that I already have without adding to it. And that will keep me from accumulating anything else. My goal is to get rid of some things this December, not add to what I already have. Christmas can be such a fun time of year, and it's fun sometimes to look at the new items and bring some new items home. But I already know ahead of time that the totes that I have that I'm not using are smack full. So I don't have room to add any more items that I'm not able to use already. So my goal is going to be removing some of those items and maybe even emptying a tote that I could use for something else. Let me know if you have needed to purchase any new Christmas items this month. I even had Christmas lights that I could reuse, so I didn't even have to buy any of those. I hope that this video has encouraged you to look at the things that you own, appreciate the things that you own, and make the most out of them without spending your hard-earned dollars on something else this month that may just be adding to things that you don't have a place to put them. That would be my situation. So as I go through these things myself, I share these thoughts and tips with you, and I hope that they're helpful to someone out there today. Thanks for watching. I hope if this video has brought you any value, you'll give me a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in the next video.